it's often too late. If you begin looking for loan after you have gotten admission, it is late. We consider it to be late. And there's a reason. Some of them I won't tell you, right? Because that's why we have a program. How are you doing today? Welcome to this session. And today we are going to be talking about this study loan mistake to avoid if you want to relocate abroad via the student route, okay, as an international student. So this is the study loan mistake to avoid. But before we get into that, of course, some of the things I'm going to talk about here is why is it that people even need study loan in the first place? You know, what is that? And is study loan good or bad? Then we're going to talk about the costly mistake that people who want study loan end up making. And trust me, it's costing them at least 12 months. And that is only if they learn from their mistakes. So most times it costs them even years upon years. The sweet part, I once made that mistake too. So we'll talk about that. With you here is Dr. Linda Iheme, and I'm an educational consultant with Vantage Migration. Myself and my team, we train graduates and professionals who want to relocate abroad on how to do that successfully through the study abroad route. Show you how to get admission, scholarship, study loan, and every other thing you need in order to successfully relocate abroad, right? Those are the things we show you. So keep that in mind. So let's go to the main thing we want to talk about today, which is study loan. Why is it that some people who are relocating abroad need study loan? We all know there's a lot of rising costs, inflation here and there, fluctuation of currencies and all that. Of course, even some people don't have money, right? Now, some other people have even gone ahead to apply for scholarship. Sometimes you may get a scholarship that will cover your school fees, but it will not cover your living expenses. Or maybe a school will say, oh, we are going to cover only 75% of your school fees. Yeah, even though it's scholarship, you still need money to cover your expenses. If not, your visa will not be approved, right? It is at this particular, like at this point that people then start saying, I need scholarship, I need scholarship, I need scholarship. Please. So they need scholarship, sorry, but they also need study loan. So it's at this point people start looking for study loan, right? I'll give you an example. There was a lady one time, you know, she came to Vantage Migration. I already told you what we do. So she was like, Vantage Migration, I don't really need these people. I beg, let me go and apply. There are a lot of schools that are giving admission fast in the UK. Right? This is what the lady said. The information is online. So she went on, she applied for scholarship. Few months later, we found her in a group, in a study abroad group, where she was now asking people, please, I've gotten admission, no. How am I going to get study loan in order to travel? See, she was not even talking of scholarship. But when she came to us, she told us, she practically shit on all our faces, right? And my friend says, that's a shite on your face. Okay. And said that all the things we were doing, they were all online. But by the time she herself could not get scholarship, she's not looking for study loan. And yet, it was going into study abroad groups to look for loan. And you know, the people that were even trying to talk to her, people who have even attended Dr. Linda Vantage Migration training. This is not a joke, right? This is not a joke. So, that was how my name was mentioned in that group. And that was how I got to know that this is the problem the person was passing through. Because, of course, shame did not allow them to return to us to even ask us for help. Anyway, the point is that by the time she needed study loan, it was too late. By the time she needed study loan, it was too late. Okay? So, is study loan good or bad? I will tell you why I said it was too late. Because your mind may be saying, why do you say it's too late? Why do you say it's too late? Okay. I'm saying it's too late because after you have gotten admission and co, in that cheap school, or in that school that told you, quickly come, let us give you admission. If that is after then, you are looking for study loan and you are not even willing to start afresh, it's too late. Because most of those programs that will even quickly give you admission like this, you will not be able to get loan to cover their school fees, because they also happen to be the schools that are like shit. Right? So it's often too late. If you begin looking for loan after you have gotten admission, it is late. We consider it to be late, and there's a reason. Some of them I won't tell you, right? Because that's why we have a program. But just believe me that it is late already. And most of those people will not get. Or they will go and get the kind of loan that will cut off their head. Where somebody, you have mortgaged your family land and everything just to get that loan. Is that the best for you? By the time you finish and you have gotten money, you will not see a land to build on again. Anyway, I'm just stretching things. But the question is study loan good or bad? A lot of people, and I totally understand. Originally, I'm from Nigeria, right? Loan is not really our thing. You pay out of pocket for everything. Seriously. And this is very similar for a lot of people too. The Ghanaians, the Cameroonians, the Rwandans, the Sierra Leoneans, you know, the Liberians, and all the other people in between, right? If I don't mention your country, no verse. I can't mention all the close to 200 countries here. So, but in that side of the world, and a lot of African countries will pay a lot of things out of pocket. We are not used to credit. It's like, if we can't afford it, let's just leave it. But you also have a dream that needs to be funded. If you don't have money now, how are you hoping? How are you hoping to get that money? Or are you going to just abandon your dream? So, I, for one, will advise you that if you truly don't have money and you truly could not get scholarship after you have rigorously searched for it, then take a study loan. Again, I will not advise you for study loan to be your number one thing. Like, I don't have scholarship, just give me study loan. No, I don't want it, because if you can get the money and you don't need to pay it back, it's better. So, most of our students, they are only taking loan to cover up maybe a portion of their school fees or a portion of their living expenses that the scholarship could not cover. This is the best way to use loan. It should not be your number one go-to. Or maybe you already have your money, but because of currency fluctuation, inflation, and the rest, your money could not cover everything. You want to take study loan to cover the rest, right? This is where I can advise you to use loan. So, is study loan good or bad? If you use it responsibly, it is good. And I have seen people not use study loan responsibly. I'll give you an example. Someone once came to me and said they got admission in US. Of all schools in the world, that the school fees of this school was $75,000 a year, right? Plus, that means they're also going to take living expenses and everything. This is a place where a lot of the schools will give you scholarship. Even a lot of the schools, their school fees may just be like $30,000 and they'll still give you scholarship, right? This person went to go and find a school that the scholarship, the school fees was $65,000 to $70,000. And there's no scholarship, and they want to go and use loan. And I said, throw away that school, please. Throw away that school. So, it is very possible for you not to use study loan responsibly. So, use study loan responsibly. Don't say, hey, I don't want loan. Don't do like that, because if you can't save the money to relocate, if you can't save the money to travel, if you can't save the money for your career advancement, if you can't save the money to study abroad, if you cannot get scholarship for one reason or the other, after you have genuinely searched for scholarship and you did not find, then you can then begin to use loan. Or you got partial scholarship, you can use loan. Use study loan responsibly. Please, don't be like that woman who went to go and get $70,000. That means school fees that is ×2 of normal school fees. And you want to go and use loan to cover everything, plus your living expenses. Most times, if you do that, embassy will even deny your visa, by the way. But let's come back to the discussion. So, is loan good or bad? Loan is good if you use it responsibly. All right? Now, what is the costly mistake that people who want to use study loan make? One of the costly mistake is that, I've already mentioned it, they will go and get a very, how many very have I said? They will get a very expensive school, and they want to use loan to pay for it. That is a mistake, because you have gone to collect loan that is too much, that in the next couple of years is going to cripple any income you are getting until you pay it back, right? It's like you took 2 steps forward and you took 10 steps backward. It's not the best. That's a costly mistake to make. The other costly mistake is that somebody wants to use loan and it only comes to their mind after they've gotten admission. That is a costly mistake, because most times, 70 out of 100 times, right? 70% of the time, or if not more, the school you have gone to is not going to be loan eligible. Sorry. The school you've gone to is not going to be loan eligible, which means that you have to start afresh. And people don't want to hear that they want to start afresh. That is when they go and sell everything in their life, right? Just to fund that program. That is also a mistake that you should avoid, okay? And there are other mistakes, because, you know, like some people, they'll go and take loan that the repayment period is not conducive. The interest rate is not conducive, is so high, it's going to cripple them. So it's not all loan that we introduce you to. The loans we introduce you to are the best in the market. Let's put it that way. The best in the market. The one that can fund you without you, you know, depositing your house, depositing anything, that going to bring your family land to deposit, right? That way, you don't have to destroy your family wealth and you can still use loan. So don't mortgage everything that you have to use loan. That is a costly mistake. Don't start thinking of loan after you have gotten admission. So this is why that is another mistake. The other one is, don't go and look at a program that is times 100 figuratively of the normal school fees just because you want to use loan, because loan is money that you are going to pay back, right? If a school say their school fees is 1 billion, but they are going to pay for it because they are going to give you full scholarship, I don't care, right? But if they say that loan is just 100,000, it's too much, right? So please do not make these costly mistakes. And I've mentioned 3. Who can remember the 3 I mentioned? I mentioned 3. Let's see who is following me. Do you remember? Even if you remember just one of the costly mistakes, you can write it down. Like, type it and I'll acknowledge you. What are the costly mistakes I've talked about? And if you are watching me at home, you are not able to comment. Maybe you are watching it as a replay, right? And you're not able to comment. Write it down, because I want you to stamp it into your head so that you will not make these mistakes. Because people who have made these mistakes, they either have to wait and start afresh, right? They either have to wait and start afresh because they've already made the mistake. They can't even travel. Their visa may be denied, right? These are the consequences of this mistake. Their visa may be denied, or they have destroyed their family wealth just to get a loan, because you sold the land, sold the house, mortgaged your mother or your father's business, everything. So the consequences are huge. What are these 3 mistakes? Please, can you comment? Can you comment? So that I will know that you actually got what I said. Are you commenting or you're writing it down? Which of them are you doing? Don't keep quiet, because this will save you. You may say, I don't want loan, I want scholarship. Trust me, a lot of the people who are going for loan, it's not that they open their eyes like this and they are going for loan. It's because it ended up becoming the last option for them. And they decided to take it just to prosper, which is a good thing. Loan is good. Loan is good, but you have to use it responsibly, okay? Study loan is good, but you have to use it responsibly. Okay, so Jennifer said, don't get admission first and realize you can get a loan. Then you need to start afresh or sell your properties. Okay, good. That's a mistake. If you're going to be needing loan, it has to start from the beginning. It has to be in the picture. This is one of the things we work with you, we teach you, we show you step by step advantage migration training. This is one of the things. So Our students, when they need loan, they get it. Why is it that other people are running helter-skelter, not able to get loan, but our students are able to get it? Because they have the right foundation. All right? The next person, Amara, said, do not go for loan after admission. One of the costly says, okay, thank you. Then somebody said, Vandy said, by taking heavier loan for expensive schools. Yes. Never go for expensive schools with the mindset that you're going to just use loan to cover it. Because loan is money you're going to pay back. You don't want to cripple your future. All right? Now, let's look at other ones. Somebody saying, this is not correct. Let's see. I'm trying to look for who has mentioned the third one. Christy said, seeking for loan after you must have gotten admission is wrong. Thank you. Adolf said, applying to schools with very high tuition rates, if you're looking for loan, is wrong. Yeah? Yeah? There was a third one that I mentioned. So, there was a third one that I mentioned, right? And I also talked about the consequences. Your visa is likely to be denied if you make all of these mistakes, right? And you can end up destroying your family wealth, selling land and everything. Number 3 is that you can enter into a wrong loan because you are desperate at the last minute. You enter into a wrong loan and you know, destroy your future because every money you are earning later on in life is going into the loan. So making these costly mistakes have consequences. Don't do it. Loan is good. Is study loan good or bad? Study loan is good when you use it responsibly. And Advantage Migration, we teach you how to use study loan to fund your dream responsibly. If you need it, watch my words. If you need it, because it's not everybody that will need it. Before you even talk of loan, get full scholarship. It's part of what we show you how to get. Only use loan if it becomes the last option, right? If you need it, and then use it responsibly. So, but can you get loan? Yes, you can. We will show you exactly how to do it. So, I'm saying this because I have seen a lot of people shake their head, shake everything, cry, but it's too late when they are coming to us because they've already gotten admission. If you are coming to us for study loan after you've gotten admission, the real option for you will be for you to start afresh. So, and you don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that because it will also cost you 1 year. Part of the consequences is that it costs you 1 year because when the admission is out, it's probably too late for you to go and get another admission for that year. So you are starting afresh and you're going to be traveling the following year. No longer that year you wanted to travel. So it costs you at least another 12 months. The consequences are huge. You study loan responsibly. Okay? Now, let me take your questions because I love to take questions. So if you're watching me right now, you have a question for me to answer, right? Please type your question around study loan, around scholarship, around funding your study abroad dream, right? Let me use the word, with other people's money in a responsible way, of course, right? So, somebody said, can I get study loan at 57 years old? Yes, you can. You can. Nobody's giving you loan because of your age. So, whether the age is high or age is low, that will not be the reason why you will be giving loan or not giving loan. You'll be giving loan if you have the right program and the embassy see that, okay, not embassy, the people giving the loan see that this program is good. This program, you get job. Once you finish, they'll give you loan. And we introduce you to the people that will give you loan. That is part of what we do at Vantage Migration. Right? Ask your questions. Somebody is asking, how do I get started? How to get started is by attending our free study abroad webinar by going to www.vantagemigration.ca. All right? www.vantagemigration.ca. www.vantagemigration.ca. All right, that is, I've also attached the link to this video. If you are watching me live, you'll be able to see it. www.vantagemigration.ca. Now let's look at the question people are asking. So somebody said, how long will these institutions wait for as a limitation period before disturbing on your school fees? I did not understand the question. Please rephrase. How long the institution will wait before disturbing you on your school fees? I did not understand the question. Okay. Somebody said, what is the interest rate? There are different loan bodies, right? There are different loan bodies, and the different ones have different interest rates. But we introduce you to the ones with the lowest interest rates. All right. Somebody say, I am in my final year. Am I eligible to enroll for your program? Please contact us the day you drop your pen for your final exam. That's the day you should contact us. Somebody say, please send the website here. Please, if you're watching me right now, can you type out www.vantagemigration.ca? Can you type it out? Because other people need it. www.vantagemigration.ca. Somebody say, I have attended the webinar. What next, please? If you completed the webinar, you will know what next. So if you're asking me, you've attended the webinar, what next? It is a sign that you did not complete the webinar. True or false? It is a sign. So you did not complete the webinar. Go back and complete the webinar. That's what you really need to do. I have another question saying, I want to obtain my master's in transportation engineering in Canada. Yeah, that's possible. You can go for scholarship, seriously, and you can get full scholarship for it. You are only going to be talking of study loan if it becomes extremely necessary. But when we train you, we will show you exactly where to get what. Somebody said they've attended the free webinar. You know exactly what to do. Check your eligibility. Contact us. Those are the things you need to do. By the way, if you have that question, let's say for example, you don't know how to check your eligibility, you don't know how to do this, it's a sign that you did not complete the webinar. Please, how do I get loan to study in the US? Yes, it's part of what we show you. All right? Go start by attending our free webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. It's actually surprising that some people don't know how to type a link. It's surprising. So they will put space. Because if you put space, it's never going to turn to a link. Please, we are the matured professionals on this video call with me. Type out a link. www.vantagemigration.ca, please. Okay? So type your questions so that I can answer them. Somebody said, how can I get work permit? Please note that when you get study visa, it comes with work permit, aka work authorization. You'll be given the permission to work once you get your study visa. Thank you. So I have somebody that have typed it. www.vantagemigration.ca. That's awesome. All right. As well. So what are your questions? I would like to answer them for you. What are your questions that you want me to answer about admission, about study loan? Please complete our free study abroad webinar at www.vantagemigration.ca. Right? And check your eligibility after that. You'll be given the link to check your eligibility inside the webinar. Check your eligibility. Email us. We want to hear from you. If you have any other question, any other thing, email us. For example, we started this, we have a scholarship program that where we designated $1 million to help future African leaders. Right? So, if you don't contact us, if you don't check your eligibility, if you don't contact us, how can you even have the opportunity to be selected for it? So that's why I tell you, when you finish your webinar, make sure you check your eligibility. And after that, contact us with any other question that you have. That may just be the difference between somebody who has started or who is about to start, and you could just be that you have not checked your eligibility. I'm telling you, could just be that you have not checked your eligibility. Because if you check your eligibility, there are a lot of other things that that's how we know that, oh, okay, maybe now you are finished the webinar, you are serious. And any other thing available, there's any scholarship going on, you know, we can always contact you and say, hey, have you seen this scholarship? Can you apply for it right now? Right? And if you are lucky, you can be selected. Please do not let this pass you by. Okay. Somebody say, enlighten us on lucrative master's program for biochemistry graduates in UK. There are so many. Attend our free study abroad webinar, check your eligibility and take it up from there. That is how to start, because inside our program, we show you how to select programs of best fit. We show you how to select programs of best fit. And programs of best fit is different for everybody. If you think about it, maybe if you think of all the courses people have attended and their job and everything, maybe there are more than 200 of them. Can we address all of them here? No. So, ask your questions. I'll be very happy to answer them. What other question? Let's see who else is there. Questions, anything about study loan, scholarship, and I'll be very happy to answer them. Hi, Kate. How are you? Hello, Kate. How are you? Okay. All right. I think at this point we can call it a day. So my last words to you will be, start by attending. If you're looking at how to get started, how to get scholarship, how to get study loan, how this whole study abroad thing works, I'm inviting you to attend our free study abroad webinar by going to www.vantagemigration.ca. Please, once you complete the webinar, or if you have already completed the webinar, check your eligibility today using the link we gave you during the webinar, or that we'll give you during the webinar. Check your eligibility today, right? And I mentioned to you that we currently released, designated $1 million to support future African youths. So if things go well, you check your eligibility, you contact us and all that, you may be selected for this scholarship. All right? So please check your eligibility today. If you don't check your eligibility, you're the one doing yourself. So check your eligibility today, all right? Take good care of yourself till I see you again.